Hi everybody, I'm Emily Allegar along with
I'm Cindy Harnett.
and we're helping with one of the Clover Bud Clubs here in Ontario County 4-H. So we did a little activity on tie-dye, which is a great activity that you guys can do at home as well. You'll just need a few things. So to start, you will need tie-dye, which you can get this at Walmart or any store like that that's close to your house. You will also need something white to tie-dye. So we are using bags from Oriental Trading. You could also use a white shirt that you have at home, or get some white shirts from Walmart or another store close to you. You should also have with you some gloves, so that way you are able to keep your hands nice and clean. And it's also a good idea to have some paper towels because this can get a little bit messy. And if you're working on a surface that you don't want to get wet or dirty, you should use a tablecloth, and you will also need some rubber bands that you can get at the store, or if you have any at home, you can use those as well. So we are going to make a design similar to this one up here. It's a little bullseye. So first, Cindy's going to start by picking up the middle of the bag, and she's going to put her fingers then around the bag to make sure that it is round, and then she's going to take one of her rubber bands and she's going to loop it around the top part, and that way it will make a little separation there. And then she's going to do the same thing the whole way down the bag, and that by doing that she'll be making this design. So you can see how that worked. This was tied and then the next section was tied, and so she will continue to do that. And then after she gets her rubber bands on, she's going to make sure she puts her gloves on so that way her hands stay nice and dry. And before you do your tie-dye, so before you tie-dye your bag or your shirt or whatever white item you have, you want to make sure that the material is wet so that way the dye can stay and stick and hold on the bag or whatever you choose to tie-dye. So you can see that she's just doing the same thing the whole way down the bag, and she made little sections. And each of those sections she will make into a different color. And you guys can choose to do 2 colors, you can choose to do as many colors as you want. On this bag we just did 2 colors, and everything that didn't get dye on it turned white. So you want to make sure you get your dye in all of the crevices on your bag or your shirt. So she's going with pink, and you will just go ahead and you will go ahead and fill in each section that you want, and your rubber bands then should create these different circles. And make sure you flip your bag over, or your shirt or socks or whatever you tie-dye, to make sure that you get both sides tie-dyed. What color are you going to go with next?
Lime green.
Ooh, so then we'll go with green. And so by using those 2 colors, it should turn, like we said before, something similar to this, using 2 different colors. So here we used a yellow and a blue, and you can see it mixed a little bit in the middle and made some green. But that's part of the fun. You never know what you're really going to get when you're tie-dyeing. So your creation should look something like that. And it's a little messy. It might dribble a little bit, but that is okay. And then something else you will want with you are plastic bags. So when you are done making your beautiful creation, you can put it in a plastic bag where you will let it sit for 24 hours so you can let the dye soak in, and then you will follow the instructions as to how to clean it and care for it. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.